Hello and welcome back to the review with Let's Talk Whisky. Another new bottle this week, one that everyone's been talking about and I've been lucky enough to get my hands on it. This is the Thompson Bros 8-year-old North Highland blended malt Scotch whisky. Bit of a mouthful, but it's a pretty cool story in what's in this bottle as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it open, and I'm glad I stopped when I did because the camera stand ran out of battery, so I'm able to catch the pop. So let's see what pop we get on this. Oh, it was a squeaky one. So Thompson Bros is a Highland distillery. Dornoch Distillery is their own whisky. You see that sometimes they ballot everything off, which we get as their single malt. It's in 50cl bottles. It's quite difficult to get. It is as a ballot system, so you kind of have to be on your luck. I've tried it before. I really like it, and looking forward to the years to come to see what the whiskey's going to be like because it's been great so far. Founded in 2016, just in is it Southernness? I think Sutherland, sorry, in Dornoch. Two brothers, Phil and Simon Thompson. So what they've been doing as well, we've got the independent bottling range called the Thompson Bros, and this is another one that we've got here. If you live in the UK, you'll know of a supermarket called Tesco, or the equivalent to the States is like um, a, a supermarket there, being Walmart, for instance. You would go in, get all your groceries, all your shopping, and this was the brand Tesco, and it's all about. They used to do their own branding, so when you seen this was the kind of cheaper stuff that you would get, and you would pay the high ends. It was just kind of every little helps, is what they would say. So they've got a wee ode to that. So it's cheaper, but it's still quality stuff, I hope. The whiskey in here is 8 years old. It's 44.5% ABV, and it's non-chill filtered and natural colour, which is really cool to see because when the ABV is that low, I was expecting to see nothing on there about there was colour added or it has been filtered or nothing on the label at all. When I always see that, I'm always expecting there to be filtration and so forth. But on the back, it does say that it has been natural colour without chill filtration. So again, good things to see, even though the ABV is slightly lower. This is a makeup of two whiskies, so it's a blended Highland whiskies, and the two whiskies that we've got in here is Clynelish and Glenord. Clynelish characters, big waxy notes. It's just one of the foundations of what Clynelish really is, and they've always been known to have a big waxy note. Massive distillery, Diageo owned. We look back to 8 years ago, so you're looking about 2016. This could be when Phil and Simon have started out and been able to acquire some casks. Glenord, Singleton, they've still got their own floor maltings and things as well. It's one of the biggest floor maltings, I think, still in Scotland. There's only 7 or 8 distilleries that use floor malting still. So Glenord still keeping to tradition, but again, another massive Diageo. So the Singleton side of things, softer, fruitier, lighter whiskey. Put these together, but you're probably thinking, oh, Clynelish, it's going to be a small percentage of Clynelish and a higher percentage of Glenord. It's actually a higher percent of Clynelish. When I looked at the makeup of it, is majority of it is bourbon casks for both sides, from Clynelish and for Glenord. Tiny bit, it's like 2.4%, I think, of a PX Clynelish is put in there, but the rest is all bourbon hogsheads. It's 51.7% Clynelish, and the rest would be 48.3 or 7, whatever it was, Glenord. So it's more or less a 50-50 mix. And it also says that, or found out, it's been finished between 1 day and 1 year in a sherry cask. Looking at the colour, it's going to be maybe quite a short finish in that sherry. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what this is. Everyone's kind of been raving about it, about the whiskey, but not about the branding. I think people are kind of put off. If you maybe seen this and you didn't know anything about whiskey, and this was beside another Thompson Bros bottle, you would maybe buy a different because the branding's better. But don't let it fool us. We're about to find out. I'm going to get my nose in this. I've got my Glencairn as well today, and I'm going to give a wee nose. get on the palate, see what's going on. Colour of it is very light, kind of straw, straw field. It's not got much in the colour side of it. Legs on it are quite good so far. Taking our time to go down. Hopefully you can see the. So good first impression. I'm happy with that. A wee swirl in the glass, and we're going to get this on the nose, and let's see what we get from this Clynelish Glenord. There's like it's like a spearmint kind of top note, but in behind it, soft orange marmalade, kind of coconut water, fruity. Just it's again, I think that the Bruichladdich I did last year was a big fruity jam. This is fruity as well. It's like a fruit smoothie in there as well. It's and I don't know because of that wax, you're looking at candle like scented candles and things like a kind of fruit laden candle scent. Soft mint on top, marmalade, kind of runny honey. It's a good nose. It's a fruity kind of packed whiskey so far. So we'll try it on the palate and see where we go. Our first impressions in the glass and see how we get on. So slange everyone. It's got a bit of that waxiness there. It's not full waxy from full clinging that we're used to, but there is that little bit. There's a bit of kind of chewiness to it. It's still saying fruity. Slightly a bit more kind of the coconut water to the front there. It's like boiled sweets as well. The nose is kind of nose is staying the same. I'll go for a sip. Still staying fruity. Soft kind of spearmint still kicking around. The longevity is still there. There has got that kind of Clynelish DNA to it. The Glenord coming through a little bit more. There's like a soft, and sometimes I get this when I say if you get coffee like a cappuccino and you get chocolate on top. It's not the coffee note. It's definitely a little bit of that kind of frothiness from the milk and the chocolate on top. There's a tiny back note of that, and that could be to do with the soft sherry influence, maybe. But soft chocolate note, kind of, it's more milk chocolate. It's not dark chocolate. It's not bitter. It's not in your face. With our tropical notes on top of that, with a sort of kind of buttery note there now as well. Just when I'm taking my time. 44.5% ABV. It it tastes older than 8. Um, it's not spirity. It's still lively, even though it's below 46. If I had this side by side with 46, I think I would still think this is up there with a higher ABV. Really good nose. I it's good whiskey. If we get to the price of it, so this is an 8-year-old Clynelish and Glenord, 51.49 split, shall we call it? Thompson Brothers, tongue in cheek branding, love it. I picked this up the other day in Edinburgh. It was Royal Mile Whiskies I was in, and I picked this up for £33 for £33 for this. I'm really happy with that. I think that's a great price. I've done really well with it. It's hard to get because it's just everyone's just been wanting it's been disappearing. But I've been able to get one. I'm enjoying the nose. I think this is going to open up to be an absolute belter. So I think this one will have to be re-reviewed in time. It's old Tesco branding, Willie Lowe's for some other viewers out there if you remember Willie Lowe's as well. I like it. You know, it's not jaw dropping, absolutely fantastic whiskey, but this is good quality. I would kind of put a challenge out there to say find something non-chill filtered natural colour. Just as I'm finishing up, that I decided to cut out. So great whiskey, great value, old Tesco branding, £33 for quality whiskey. Can you get much stronger than this? No. Am I going to get another bottle if I get the chance? Yes. Is it going to open up? I really do hope so. I'm going to go and sit back, finish this off, maybe pour another one, and just start getting used to this cracking wee blend from Thompson Brothers. But as always, join me next week.